This is going to be the most epic episode.
It's going to come out in November.
It's going to come out late November.
We're not even friends then.
yeah. By that time, there's a huge, so falling out. So much has changed
within us. Within
this
us.
Podcast is not the same. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to That's Enough.
Welcome back.
That's enough. That's enough. With Grace, your host, Grace Ryder, and our guest here today, the talented comedian, actress, singer, songwriter.
Yep.
Julia DiCesare.
I have a lot of songs, but they're not out yet.
Yeah.
And they're not coming out.
Yeah, and you cannot talk about them, so don't even ask her about it.
Don't even ask me to bring it up, because I won't.
But I noticed today we're wearing Wicked colors.
Yeah, we did accidentally wear...
such a peculiar way.
Green and pink.
Yeah, so we're giving Wicked right now.
Yeah, so...
And do you feel like Galinda? I was going to say Elphaba, but you're pink. So.
I do feel like Galinda a bit.
Yeah.
This shirt is like very light and like I feel a feminine energy from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or do you feel more Elphaba?
No.
I feel like
no,
I'm Galinda in the sense I would maybe sort of like throw my morals aside for political gain. I would. I think I would be like, ooh, yeah, I guess the animals are like, ooh, that really sucks, but like, but then it's like, I guess I haven't seen the other half. I've only seen the first half, so I actually don't know. Does she redeem herself? I don't know these things.
I was just saying, I actually, this is shameful, but I haven't seen the film. I've seen the show. I know the music like the back of my hand.
Yeah, so you know it.
But I haven't seen the movie because I just never got around to it, which is embarrassing.
Which it was in theaters for a very, very, very
super long time. In fact, I think
and I actually think it's probably still out right now.
It might be. Because in about December, I looked up like how long will Wicked be in theaters, and it said March, and I was like, oh, so I have till March, and I just never did it.
It's good. I never saw it like again in theaters, but I really wanted to. Mm-hmm. But
I want to see.
It was good. I cried immediately.
Oh, I'm sure.
But I think I was primed because of their press tour where they were like, it was so emotional, whatever. And so I was already going in and being like, okay, I'm going to be emotional. And I was.
Yeah.
I was emotional. Sorry.
I want to see. I want to see their performances. I mean, yeah. I don't know. We're so late by the time this is coming out.
I know. by the time
we're talking about Wicked, it's like
no, this is perfect because this will probably be like the first week of the press tour.
Oh, they're doing press for the new one now.
For the second one.
Yeah.
So I feel like
maybe I'll see.
I think we're ahead of it.
Okay.
I think we're ahead of it. It's fine. We just had to address it because we pink and green.
We just had to address the way we look right now.
We just had to address it. We can't not talk about it. But okay, my overshare. What am I gonna do? Oh my god. Okay, so I had two. I think I'm just gonna go with.
Yeah.
Let's go with this one. I'm picking this one. I feel like I don't exist unless I'm being funny. And when I'm not funny, I feel like I don't exist. Like a sort of sim, you know, when you play The Sims and they go into their job and it's just like a black hole and you just get little updates in the corner for the people. And you get little updates in the corner that's like, Jeremy farted at work and everyone thought it was really funny. Like that thing, that's like me day to day. But then when I'm like funny and being funny and hanging out with friends and being funny, I'm existing and I'm present. So maybe it's more I'm present.
Do you feel like when you're not being funny, do you feel like dread, a sense of dread? Or like if you go too long without making a group of people laugh, do you feel like, oh, I have to provide something here?
Yeah, I guess it's just like I don't know if it's like I have to provide, but I'd rather be silly and funny.
Yeah, I think that's just in your genetics. Like,
yeah, like I can be quiet and be like,
yeah,
and have a good time. But I guess I just mean like
when you're like wait, elaborate. Yeah, because I know other comedians feel that way, and I mean this is a sad example, but I know Matthew Perry in his book, Chandler from Friends. He was like,
wait, is that the one that died in the hot tub?
Did he die in a hot tub? I don't know.
Oh,
he died of an overdose.
Got it.
Probably in a hot tub.
Yeah.
And not funny. Sorry.
Probably in a hot tub. Sorry.
Yeah, not funny. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Was in his book, he wrote about how on the set of Friends, if too long passed without like making people laugh, he'd feel like he was gonna die. He was like, I need to, and I think we know people like that. And like where it's just like, I have to, I don't know what it is. It's an interesting, I don't have that. Like,
I don't think I have to die, but I just think I'm like,
you're like, wait, I don't want to die.
Yeah, no, it's not like I don't want to die. I think I realize, oh wait, this is something I enjoy. I should do this more.
Oh, you mean it in a more sweet way?
Yeah, but I guess there is like an element of like, oh my God, like when I don't know. I think just particularly right now in this moment, I'm like, haven't been, well, because we did American High, we were funny 24/7 all the time.
And had to be. And also we're surrounded by very funny people all the time. So it was kind of just like we spoke in jokes to each other for a year plus.
Yeah.
And then that makes you feel a certain way about how you're talking. And yeah.
Yeah. And it's just like we existed like that. And I thought I didn't like that. And then I was like, oh, wait, no, I like that.
Yeah.
And I would rather exist like that. Because now I'm just kind of like moving around the world like alone, and I'm like, oh shit, wait, I like need people and I need to be around people. And it's not like, and like I think I'm just because like I moved to New York. I mean, by the time this comes out, I'll be here for like a little bit longer. Just like literally a little bit longer. But like, I don't know. And I mean, I'm sure you can relate to it. Moving to a new city, you're like, I don't know, we have access to people, and we see them a lot, but it's also like, I don't know, it is kind of lonely.
It is definitely lonely. I feel like this is probably not relatable because it's a situation we both were in. But like the realization I had when I was like, oh, I'm lonely in New York was we all spent every single day together.
Yeah.
For over a year.
Lunch, dinner.
And then all of a sudden, there's people everywhere. There's people literally everywhere. You see people at shows, you see people at whatever.
Yeah.
But it's not the same amount of quality time with the same group of people where like we trusted each other so much.
Yeah.
And, like, it felt like, siblings speak for myself, but like it felt like I was with my siblings to then they're not with you anymore. And it's like, okay, I have all these new friends to make, but it's just, we don't have as much time to spend with everybody,
I guess it's like going from like college to the real world.
Yeah, that's the other thing I was gonna say. It's like pretty much the same. You're never gonna have as much proximity to your friends unless you like live with them or something like that.
So I think I've just been struggling with that.
But I also, it's kind of funny because, well, I was just thinking about this when you were saying that, was when I'm meeting comics or like out at a comedy show or something, I'm trying to teach myself to feel like I don't have to be funny. Versus
why?
Because
like you don't want to be on.
I don't
want to
feel pressure to try and be funny if I'm not in the mood. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
no,
because I feel like sometimes it can feel like, especially being new to a scene, it's like, oh, I want everyone to think I'm really funny. I want everyone to think this and that and this about me. But the truth is, a lot of times I'm not funny. I'm just like, a lot of the times I'm just here and I'll say something funny if I think of it.
Yeah.
like if I want to.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm trying to get comfortable. I'm trying to be comfortable not talking the most in like a group of people. You know what I mean? I feel like years ago I used to like yap.
But like sometimes if you're a yapper, you're a yapper.
No, yapping's fine and great. I'm just trying to like, I think when I used to yap and like, I mean more so in college, like I would be like really loud and outspoken and like try to make everyone laugh. Like in class, I would try to like make everyone laugh. Like to a point where I think it could have been annoying. And now I'm trying to be like, maybe that was for attention. Maybe just chill.
Right. Yeah. No, I mean, and that is the line of like the funny
people. You got to find the line.
Is it like,
find your own line.
Am I doing it for attention? Am I doing it because I like it? And
I think it's both.
Yeah, it's a little bit of both. And
I think it's okay to want attention.
Like it's just like our natural state of existing.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's very few people who go into entertainment who like don't also have a desire for attention. The only person, I always think of Bo Burnham because I don't understand his like attitude towards comedy.
Yeah.
It's like so interesting to me. Well, because like he hates, I think, okay, Bo, if you watch this, you can tell me if I'm wrong. I'm going to generalize. I'm going to therapize based on your content.
Sure.
If I had to guess, he feels guilty about the fact that he likes the attention and therefore only makes something like every 6 years because he can't handle the attention.
Yeah.
It's too much.
But he
likes the attention based on his shows or his content from years ago.
Yeah.
I would say he probably, I mean, everybody, I think it's biological. You have to.
Yeah.
Like maybe some people hate it, but if you're an entertainer.
Chappelle hates it.
But I doubt she does when she's on stage at Lollapalooza.
Yeah, because it is different. It's like, oh, I like being up on stage and being like...
That's different. That's like...
But then when I'm walking around, I'm like, wait, I just want to like...
Yeah.
Be like in a camouflage outfit.
No, I get that.
Not that I'm like chaperone, but she did great by being like, don't fucking come up to me.
Yeah, well,
I mean, she didn't say it like that, but like...
I also think like... I think that's great that she did that. And I think another culture topic we're late on. What?
Well, I was wearing a chaperone hat, and then like someone wanted to come up to me, but they seemed a little hesitant, and I wonder if even just wearing her merch sort of like
that'd be crazy.
Repelled people a little bit.
It's like a force field.
Yeah, they were like, oh wait,
I gotta get one of those hats.
Wait, yeah, get one.
I think people are also just nervy to ask for pictures and stuff.
Yeah. No, wait, and also me saying that, I do love it. Like, who am I kidding? Like, I love it.
Yeah, it's fun.
Like, I love it being like, hey, what's up? But like sometimes if we're like in like gossip, if we're talking gossip and people are like, hey, can I come up? I'm like, wait, we're like gossiping right now.
Wait, can I tell you some gossip since you said gossip?
Yes.
This happened on the train on the way over here.
Yeah.
One of my ex-boyfriends liked me on Hinge. And and I just saw it on the way here and I screamed ew on the train and everyone was like, what?
Oh my god, what?
And I like delete. So this was my reaction was I saw him. I was like, oh, he looks like my ex. I went to hit the like not interested.
Yeah.
As I hit not interested, I see it's his name and I was like, oh my god. And so then I hit
oh my god.
And then I hit undo to like look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it.
Is it who I'm thinking it is?
No.
Do I not know this person?
It was the one it was
Coffee?
It was the guy I never speak about ever.
Oh, okay.
It was the one who I'm always like, I just don't want to talk about it because it was like such a time in my life.
Okay. I think I know, but I think
you do. I think you do, but I also truly never talked about it intentionally because it was just like, it's one thing to like your ex on Hinge if like you think there's any chance. It ended so bad.
Wait, let's go again.
It ended so bad.
Wait, let's try it again.
I think it was more like he was, what's the word? He is like messing with me. Like,
like, hey, I like
hey,
you.
I'm in the city too.
Yeah.
You know?
Wait, because remember I saw Aiden's friend on Hinge?
Yeah.
I'm another American High alum. I saw Aiden's friend on Hinge and I liked him on Hinge. And I was like, oh, I saw him on Hinge. I'll send him a like. And then he was like, oh, ha, ha, ha. And then everyone was like, this is a joke. But I was like, not to me. I was like, I date both of your friends. I was like, that's not a joke. And why isn't he? And then it became sort of, and I think I maybe took it too far. No, I didn't. But every time I'd see him, I'd be like, well, you didn't like me. I'm back on. What's up with that? You didn't talk to me. Yeah. And it's just like take the hint. Just take the hint. Yeah, no. But sometimes people do that where they'll like be like, oh my god, like I saw your younger brother being in his mid-20s. Wait.
What are you talking about?
I was like, you gotta cut all that. Or like, you know, when you see someone's sibling. You know, when you see someone's sibling. No, because that's gonna imply I'm like on Hinge and I'm not on Hinge. My Hinge is paused. Wait, speaking of Hinge. Oh, wait, did I tell everybody about this? I don't think I talked about this on the podcast. I matched with the guy whose nipple piercings on Hinge. Did I talk about this?
You told me.
The one who wanted to drive you to a remote location.
Yeah, did I talk about this?
You did.
Okay, let's not talk about
Never
it.
mind.
Let's not talk about it. Let's find somewhere to like.
Well, I think I'm
here.
going on a Hinge date. I told you that. I think he asked for my number.
Oh,
and
wait. Was this is completely different man now?
Different man. Hinge.
Tuesday. Are you excited?
I am excited. We'll find out when this comes out. I'll give you an update on how it goes.
Gosh.
I'm really excited because he seems like normal and he was like doing bits in the messages, which was before I did.
He was bitten.
Wait,
now have you addressed you're a comedian in your Hinge profile now?
No.
Oh, you still haven't? Okay.
So, for listeners,
you gave him the Instagram?
No.
Okay.
He hasn't seen anything.
Okay.
I'm curious how that will go. I think it'll be fine. He works in entertainment, so I feel like that helps.
Yeah. It's funny how like I was thinking about this the other day where how do I say this? Okay, so one, I feel like I get men when they're like attractive women can't be funny because honestly all I think about when I see like a guy doing stand-up is, oh, you're hot and I'm in love with you and I want to marry you. So I feel like maybe they're not paying attention to how funny the woman is. They're just like, holy shit, this is so awesome and she's so funny.
Wait, when a man is watching a woman do stand-up?
Yeah.
I think that's probably partially true. I did follow that train. I think about that a lot when I dress for a stand-up show. Because a year ago, my uniform was just like a crop top and like big pants, and I have my whole stomach out because I don't have boobs, so I like to keep my stomach exposed.
Gotta be sexy.
That's cleavage.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Wait, I love that.
And I mean, for me, I was like, that's my cleavage. That's my cleavage. Why do you think my stomach's out all the time? I'm like, I don't have anything to put out.
Wait, that's genius.
And thanks. And but now that I'm more in the scene, not that I have like, this is just for my comfort, like not a comment on how anyone else dresses for stand-up. I fear when I dress like attractive that whether or not there's a noticeable effect on the audience, I don't like thinking that a man in the audience is thinking about what I look like over what I'm saying. Yeah,
it's impossible to escape that. Like, you can't help that.
Yeah, but I can at least like, I can wear this. Like, True. This is how I'm dressing for a show, and I'm like, I don't look particularly like sexy, and I like looking sexy. But the last time I wore like a crop top to a show, I saw a guy front row just staring at my stomach, and I was like, ugh, I don't like that. Like, I want you to be listening
to what I'm saying. Yeah,
and it's just like, it's just gross.
Yeah.
But I think it's whatever works for everybody. I just feel like I don't like thinking that could be. I want to limit that thought you mentioned from the audience as much as possible.
Yeah, I just can't help thinking that because I'm just like, oh my God.
I also feel like recently, and I think it's because just we're both in new. I'm speaking for myself. I don't know if you feel the same way, but like because I'm working in this new way I haven't done before. I feel like I've really, really limited the amount of effort I put into my appearance day to day.
Wait, like you have to draw a limit of like
no, like I just haven't. I'm not even really thinking about it. Like I make sure my hair looks nice most of the time, and that's about. And then like I have clothes on. Yeah, and that's like pretty much
checklist. Hair good, clothes
hair's
on.
Good. The clothes are on my body. Yeah, and then I'm like, why is nobody hitting on me? And then it's like maybe because you didn't put that much effort in. I don't know.
Well, I mean. That's like basic, like normal.
I think it's normal.
That's about how much effort I'm putting into day to day.
I just like feel like I used to care more.
Yeah.
But I think it's just.
Well, it's just like, Jesus Christ, there's so much shit going on.
Yeah. I mean, there's
so much shit going on. It's just like.
Exactly. It's just like head against
It's just like
wall.
Sometimes it is hard to put on a little makeup. And sometimes you're like, who fucking cares?
Well, because every morning when I'm like, oh, maybe I'll put on makeup, I'll know. Well, I'm not going to take it off before I go to bed. And then might turn into acne. So why don't we just do nothing? Yeah. And put on my glasses. Yeah.
I'm wearing my glasses right now. I was going to say that's how you can tell if I'm being lazy. Because if I'm... I was going to put my contacts in too. Is because contacts, you can't sleep with them in. But if I have my glasses on, like I'm like... napping. I'm like laying around, but if I have my contacts in, I have to like stay up because I can't take little naps throughout the day because I have to take them out.
How often do you wear contacts? Do you like your contacts?
Yeah, I like them. I've gotten used to them now, but for a second they were like drying my eyes out and I was like, girl. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I wear glasses more often just because I'm a lazy mother effer.
Well, I got those glasses that I wear. Yeah. And they're not real. They're blue light. But I wear them so often because I see it kind of as an alternative to putting concealer on. I'm like, let me just
just put the glasses on.
But the other thing is like, I wore them out to a bar like one time. And I got a lot of compliments on my glasses. And I really love those glasses.
Yeah, they're cute.
I really love them. And I got a lot of compliments. And so now every time I go out, I'm like, I'm going to wear the glasses. But I do feel like, because I don't need glasses, I do feel like it's sort of, it feels internally like a wall. Like I'm protected. Yeah. Like I'm protected from you seeing like everything authentically. These are my fake glasses.
These are my fake glasses.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. I don't feel that with my glasses, but I feel that with like sunglasses.
Yeah.
Or like a hat.
I feel that way with sunglasses where like I feel uncomfortable sometimes in sunglasses because I'm like, you can't see my eyes.
Oh, yeah, true.
I don't know.
Well, I like that because I don't like people knowing where I'm looking.
Yeah.
Do you want to do your overshare?
You know what? I don't think this is controversial. I'll just say it.
Okay, wait, wait, okay, tell us, what's your overshare?
My overshare is that I think I have a hard time understanding the perspective of atheists.
Okay. Yeah, that's not controversial.
And I think it probably has to do with the fact that I was raised Catholic, which I'm not a practicing Catholic now, but I do think like when someone tells me they're an atheist, I'm always like, I want to hear more about like, why do you think that way?
Yeah.
Like,
because it's like scary to think that there's nothing.
It's not even scary to think that, I guess it is scary to think that it's nothing, but it's more so that I'm like, is it not nuts that we're alive? Yeah. Like, what could that possibly have come from?
Right. Like, you don't think there could maybe be like a tiny little possible chance that there's like.
Yeah. And I don't know. I mean, and I know people practice or believe atheism differently than other, like, everyone's different.
Some people
it
are
means
like,
something different. No, a lot
give
of
me some evidence and I'll believe it.
Oh, yeah. And so, I mean, there's also like agnostic. I'm not really talking about that, but yeah, I don't know. I just find it interesting.
Yeah.
Because I remember for some reason, you know, when you just have really random memories stay in your head from like childhood.
Yeah.
Remember one religion lesson that stuck in my head was like, I was in like religion freshman year of high school and we were going over St. Thomas Aquinas's 5 proofs. But so he wrote these 5 proofs of like trying to prove to people that God existed. Okay. And one of them that always stuck with me was something cannot come from nothing. It just is impossible. It's like if dominoes were to fall in a line, someone Domino's pizza.
Yeah. If Domino's comes to your door, someone
had to have brought it there,
and someone had to make the pizza.
But that's all. That's what I was thinking.
If like Domino's fall, there has to be like something. Yeah,
something like, had to have pushed it. And so for me, I was always like, that makes sense to me. Like something has to knock the first domino.
Yeah, true. I saw this thing about there's this meteor that's coming to Earth. Have you heard about this?
No.
Oh, well, so there's this meteor. It's this girl on TikTok. I thought it was like she said this and I was like, part of me was like, what the fuck? Well, part of me was like, she's so right. And then the other part was like, wait, what the fuck? That's what I meant. So she said, so there's this asteroid that's coming to Earth. I think it's gonna miss us. Like it could hit us, but they've seen like there's like DNA on the asteroid or like the building blocks of life, like carbon and stuff that I guess is unnatural to find on asteroids, and it's coming to Earth. And this girl drew a whiteboard picture of like a circle and this like sperm-esque looking thing, and she goes, and if it hits it explodes. When are you guys gonna wake up? And I was like,
oh, because you're saying that it's like the egg and the sperm.
Yeah, and then like us like exploding, whatever. And I was like,
well, I mean, I don't disagree with that because also,
yeah.
I mean, this was something. I don't know if have you watched Midnight Gospel?
Yeah. I watched the whole thing.
I think this was something I either heard on Midnight Gospel or on his podcast, but like, we all like, okay. I don't know. Sorry.
Wait, let's get woo-woo with it.
But, okay, we're going to get a little woo-woo. But, like, we all fear death, right? We're like, oh, my God, the lights are going to go out. The lights are going to go out. And, like, what's going to happen?
We need this podcast episode. We need this.
It's like, oh, my God, we don't know what's next. It's terrifying. It could be bloody and scary and whatever. But how do you think a newborn baby leaving a woman's body feels? Like,
true.
It was in like this comfortable space, and then it's like, oh my God, what's happening?
Yeah.
It's like, I feel like that's the nature of life. It's just you transition from one thing to the other, and if we get it, if we blow up, and some new life comes from us, that would track.
That would track.
I think that would track.
But she was like, we're like an egg, and I was like, oh, holy shit. But then I was like, she's crazy. So now let's read we have viewer submissions. This is a new segment on the pod.
Was that okay that we talked about all that? Was that fine?
I think that was fine.
Okay.
I don't know. You were giving looks and I was like, she thinks we're crazy.
Okay.
No, it's fine.
We didn't talk about men nearly as much as I thought we would.
Yeah, we can talk about men more.
No, that's okay.
Okay, so this is a new segment on the podcast where you guys send in your submissions, your overshares. Also, I feel like we should just preface, guys, send in like not crimes. We've been getting some stuff that's like, I mean, listen, I overshare online, but you guys, discern sort of what discernment, sort of discern like what should I share, what should I not share. Keep it fun,
Keep it light.
Keep it light. I know we're talking about death, but like that's fun.
Yeah, and I'm a guest, I guess. Too.
Yeah. Julia's a guest, okay? When you guys have like clout.
When you can sit on the couch, you can talk about your crimes and your death and whatever.
Yeah, and all that. But you're not, okay? But no, like respect and love the viewers, of course. And love. So this one is when I was 15, I worked as a busser at a fancy restaurant I lived across the street from. A customer left the restaurant and left their container of leftovers on the table. It was one of my favorite. Oh, AirPods. It's trying to connect to my AirPods. Yeah, okay. When I was 15, I worked as a busser at a fancy restaurant I lived across the street from. Hold up. Fuck, start over. When I was 15... Sorry, because that's one phrase. That's one, like, thought. When I was 15, I worked as a busser at a fancy restaurant I lived across the street from. A customer left the restaurant and left their container of leftovers on the table. It was one of my favorite meals the chef made, so I took it and hid it upstairs where all the employees kept their coats and bags and stuff. 10 minutes later, the customer comes back to the restaurant asking for their leftovers. The server asked me if I saw them. I was admitting embarrassment while stumbling through a response. And the server stopped me and was like, "It's okay if you threw them out. They left the restaurant." And I was like, yeah, I threw them out. And then I went back upstairs, grabbed the leftovers, went to the balcony, and threw them across the street toward my house. I threw them across the balcony. Oh my God. Toward my house. After my shift, I found the container intact, scooped it up, brought it home, microwaved it, ate it. The restaurant feeds everyone an employee dinner, and I had tons of food at my house. I didn't know why I had the desire to eat someone else's food, which is probably full of their spit. Also, I think you're super funny and I love the podcast so far. Thanks for existing. Okay, well, thank you for that. Was a nice thing to add. That was nice. Love the response for the podcast, guys. Keep that up. Keep up this up. First of all, I love that shit.
That's so funny, and also I get it.
Yeah,
I would have done the same thing.
That's so funny. Wait, also shout out to the restaurants like to-go containers.
Yeah, that's a good to-go container. That's a good to-go container.
Threw it across this balcony or off a balcony onto the street. It was intact.
I think if I worked at a restaurant, I would be so tempted to eat people's food.
Of course.
I think I have a little klepto in me.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, like when shopping? See, now Julia will...
Sorry, am I making this? I'm making it about me now.
No. Oh, no. I was going to say now, see, Julia can commit... Or what is it?
No,
admit to crimes.
I'm not like a big klepto where like I don't steal from a store. And the one time I did shoplift, like I shoplifted like earrings from Target. And I was
everyone does that.
So embarrassed.
Except for me.
But like I think like sometimes if someone like really
Wait,
small,
they caught you?
No.
Oh, you were just wait, you felt
like,
guilt.
When I was in middle school, this is the first time I kleptoed.
Sure.
When I was in middle school, I was at a friend's house and I needed a change of clothes. It was when you hung out with your friend's house all the time. I needed a change of clothes for something. She let me borrow a pair of leggings, like Lululemon, like nice leggings. And I was like, I don't think she'd notice if I took these.
Plus, I'm having rich friends.
And they're still in my house.
Oh,
they're
really?
like still in my house.
Well, she didn't notice, did she?
No, and it's just like sometimes with a certain item, an itch will start in my brain. It's like, I think I could keep this.
I think I could probably keep this.
And, you know, it's not a big voice, but it happens.
Okay, see.
With random things. I like that story a lot. And I think that's relatable.
I think that's relatable because honestly, sometimes you're at a restaurant, you look over these people's fries, they didn't even touch them, and you're like, it's this other table, like they're not like slopping all over the fries. You just grab a little fry.
You want to hear something terrible?
Yeah. Yes.
It's of the same vein. I was like, I'm never telling anybody this, but
exclusive.
Well, so we had the mover. I just moved, and I had movers at my apartment. And they were moving. We were moved into a 5-story walk-up, and they were sweating bullets. And also, and I felt so bad. And so I was like offering them water. I was offering them everything. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go get them like dinner. I'm gonna get them food. And I was like, I don't know if they'll even eat it, but I'm gonna get them food. So I went to Wendy's, and I got them some Wendy's. And I came back, and I was like, I went up.
And was that the only option around?
I mean, I had just moved there. I was
sure.
I see Wendy's. I'm gonna get some like chicken and fries. Was that a bad choice?
No. Honestly, no. That's probably.
I was just
choice.
like, they must be hungry. So I got them some Wendy's, and I went up to each of them and I was like, hey, I got you some Wendy's. Like, if you're hungry and you just need like a break, just grab some Wendy's. And they were like, I was in the situation where I assumed because they weren't touching it that the company was like, if someone buys you food, don't eat it, like, because you're working.
Yeah.
And so they weren't eating it. So when they weren't around, I'd be like, fine, I'm gonna take some. And so I took a few fries when they weren't looking, and I took a few of the chicken nuggets. And then when they were done, they were like, do you mind if we take that now?
Wait, no, that's fine. I think that's totally fine.
Yeah, no, take it. Yeah. And they were like, were you going to eat it? And I was like, no. You eat it. Weird. It's for you.
My 690 only has 4.
I just felt guilty about it.
Wait, yeah, no. I mean, I guess, they were probably in the hustle bustle of moving all this stuff.
They didn't even notice.
They probably weren't even going to be like.
They did not notice. Unless they counted the chicken and were like, wait, they don't have an 8-piece chicken meal.
You were just taking little snacks. I mean, it's not like you're eating that whole thing. I would have been like, as soon as they set it down, 5 minutes later, I'm like,
you see how much guilt I create in my body for like small things.
Yeah. Also, like that. I mean, I would do that too, because I'd be like,
it smells
just say
so
like,
good.
oh, I'll eat it later.
Yeah, then I won't touch it.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah. This is their fault. Fuck those guys.
No, they were really great.
No, they were really great, and that's actually really nice. I just I have a personal gripe with Wendy's because my mom is a health inspector, and she said our local Wendy's is like nasty. And to be fair, every Wendy's I've gone to is horrible.
I'm sure most fast food locations are not ideal.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't say that. I worked in a place.
Sure.
With a food, and we had crazy mice. There was mice poop everywhere.
Yeah.
And it was disgusting, and nobody ever knew, except for the girls that worked there. And we would just keep it to ourselves.
Well, they say if you eat fast food, you eat like a tablespoon of shit in your life. It's probably not that much.
What?
It's like if you eat fast food, I'm looking it up. If you eat fast food, how much? Hold up, I got.
Wait, there's I don't understand. Like mouse poop,
or just like dirty. How much poop do you eat if you eat fast food? Wait, because I know this is a thing. Wait, the first result is eating fast food doesn't directly cause you to eat poop. Wait,
so funny we had to be told that.
Yeah. Oh wait, okay. So that explains it, because normally after I eat fast food, I'm like, I want to eat some shit. I'm craving shit. Well, I think it's just because it's, I guess, general. I don't know.
Well, wait, do you remember? I feel like no one remembers this. There was something on the news where someone who worked at McDonald's wiped their ass with a piece of a bun and then served it.
That's the type of shit I'm talking about.
Well, as soon as I heard that story, that became my worst nightmare, and I stopped going to fast food restaurants because I was like, what if they wiped their ass with my sandwich? I don't know. Is that
No, I wish that would scare me away from eating fast food, but literally I saw a video of and did I talk? I'm always talking about the same shit, but that's my life.
What was it?
It was the tubes in the dispenser.
Oh yeah, those are really dirty.
Disgusting.
It's so nasty.
Disgusting.
I think about that recently when I just get water from my tap. I'm like, how old are these pipes?
Just don't think about it.
Yeah.
There's so much. I'm like, wait, just don't think about.
Building, so I'm in a pretty new building, so the pipes are probably not that bad. But
when are you having a house party?
I don't know. Well.
Are you fully moved in?
No. So my roommate's mother is a professional organizer.
Oh,
and she's there right now.
Oh, bless.
With her co-owner or co-worker. They're just fixing up our place, which is
awesome.
amazing.
So you got to run back and get her some Wendy's.
Well, my mom was like, you better get her something. And I was like, I will get her something.
Yeah. Oh.
So I'll get her something.
Mom's always pissed me off.
Mom's always been doing that.
With just stuff like that. I'm like, yeah. I'll do that. Or what has my mom? I don't know.
It was always my mom was like that with thank you notes, because I despised writing thank you notes for some reason, because just expressing gratitude.
How often were you doing that?
Just for birthdays and Christmas and stuff. Although, something funny is I feel more guilt coming from me.
Sure.
I feel guilt about how little I helped my mom clean our house growing up.
Dude.
I did not help. I caused most, if not all of the mess. I refused to do chores. Not refused to do chores. Chores were never expected of me, so I never did them.
Yeah.
And she unloaded our dishwasher every single day for my entire life. And now that I never help do that, I'm like, I kind of feel this desire to unload the dishwasher in this new apartment for everybody.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, maybe it will make up my karma of never having done it for
pay your debts
18
back.
years.
Yeah, no, I feel that hardcore. I'm like, yeah, no, our house, sorry, Mom, our house was like really messy growing up.
Like, can you believe how like unhelpful we were as teenagers?
Yeah, no, I was the worst.
I was the worst.
I was playing The Sims all the time. And I never left my room.
I left it, and I still do this to an extent, but not as bad. But like, I left a trail of my belongings everywhere I went.
Yeah.
Like everywhere.
Or just like cups and places.
Shoes, cups, everything. Just like, and just leaving it. And now when someone does that in my home, I'm like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Like, this is like it's supposed to be a home and how can you feel homey when it's like messy, you know?
I know. I never thought like I would, and I'm not like a clean person.
Me neither.
But I do clean up my room, but I never thought I would do that.
Well, my roommate changed my life because she didn't, it's an exaggeration.
She changed my life.
She changed my life.
She saved me. Well, my roommate saved me.
But so we just started living together recently, and at night she would just do like a wipe down of surfaces and like vacuum.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And she would do it every night, and I was like, why do you do that every night? She's like, it's just my night shift. And like, it just helps her feel comfortable in the morning when she wakes up. Because imagine how nice it is to wake up to like a clean space every day.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Instead of doing what I do, which is letting it get so bad that once or twice a month you have to dedicate a whole day to cleaning.
Yeah.
Like, why not just clean a little every day?
Yeah. I think we might have ADHD or ADD.
It's possible.
Yeah.
I do think, I don't know if I have ADHD, but I do know whenever I'm stressed about how much work I have to do, I'm like, God, if I just had some Adderall. Like, I really am curious what Adderall would do for me, just professionally.
I think that's like a prescription that's very accessible.
You think?
Yeah, I think not in like a drug dealing type of way, but in a way you tell the doctor, I'm a little, I can't focus, and they go, okay, here it is.
I would like, I think,
right?
I think you might be right. Yeah. Although I don't know, like, I think it's one that people get addicted to, but like, I'm curious if it would, because I think I'm fairly focused without a prescription medication, but I'm like, I wonder with one if I could
what the possibilities could be,
you know, like,
I think about that all the time, because like I feel like we've talked about this too, where like the behaviors and things you did in school like translate to adulthood, where it's like I never did my homework ever. I'd wake up at 5 a.m. and be like, okay, I'm gonna do my homework now, and then I'd be like, bitch, it's 5 a.m. I'm not gonna do my homework. Go back to sleep. I'd go to school. I wouldn't have my homework done, and then I'd be like, I would get used to the feeling of like, you know, quote, like disappointing them or like letting them down, or more so disappointing or letting myself down. So I got used to that feeling where I'm like,
we over and over and over again, it creates like a pathway. Yeah,
where I'm like, oh, it's fine, I'll live and it'll be fine and it'll be uncomfortable, but like you don't have to do it. But it's honestly more uncomfortable to not do the thing.
Yeah,
but whatever, that translates into my adulthood, where I'm like, I just have a hard time like actually trying, where I'm like, if I actually tried, my life would be easier.
What if you got a coach?
And better. I know, I was thinking about this.
Maybe try the woman who is teaching my class, because I was thinking about doing solo coaching with her. And like, because I do think I don't think a life coach is necessary for everyone, but I do think with being self-employed, it could be extremely helpful to have someone give you some type of direction. Like, I'm finding it to be, for reference, I'm in like a life coaching group class, which just ended. It was 4 weeks, but it was really, it's about working in entertainment and how to like set up a plan and like systems that help you like be successful. And I felt really I felt much more organized while I was in the class. Like, it helped a lot.
Yeah, I think I need something, because I'm like, okay,
you should read that book.
What book?
The War of Art.
Oh, The War of Art. Oh, we got a knowing.
I think so. That book 100% changed my life, and I'm on to his next book, Turning Pro, which is like the sequel to The War of Art.
Snaps.
And it really like has changed everything.
Well, I still have to finish Lena's book that you gave me.
Yes.
I have to finish that.
Yes.
So I'll finish
I was just thinking about her today.
Really?
Oh, maybe because you were talking. Why was I thinking about her? I don't know.
I was thinking about her because I was thinking about
she's
her. She's a genius.
I had a similar thought. I was like, I was thinking, I wonder if Lena Dunham shows up places and is like, I'm a genius.
I know.
Because she wrote the show that spoke to like a generation of women and still does.
I know. And she was like our age. Yeah. So fucking annoying.
So cool.
That's so annoying.
Lena, you made it so hard.
I know. You set the bar so high.
23-year-old writer.
Yeah.
I just want my girls.
Why isn't my show on HBO yet? And why don't I have a book?
I wrote a pilot and I immediately was like, I'm fucking Lena Dunham.
Yeah.
I was like, this is going to get made tomorrow.
I'm in the corner.
Yeah.
Why do you kiss her? Oh.
And yeah, so I'm going to have to table it for a while.
Yeah, sure. It's
not what people are looking for now.
Yeah, no, Judd Apatow didn't email you and say, hey,
I cold emailed him and a lot of other people and was like, hey, read this.
Hey guys, we got this.
Read it.
No, we'll figure it out eventually. I feel like it'll make sense, but just also, for the viewers at home, it's hard sometimes.
It is hard sometimes.
It's hard and I literally have no fucking idea what I'm doing and I never do and most people don't.
But you know what? Yeah. I feel like we're in a really good place.
The blind leading the blind. It is just we don't know what we're talking about. I mean, I definitely know.
Well, I feel like I've heard this. I don't know celebrities.
Sure.
I've heard this come out of the mouths of several celebrities where they're like the part of their careers they miss is the part we're in of the grinding and the figuring it out and the what?
No. Continue.
I just think I think it's a period where you can take risks and I guess not everyone is watching you.
I guess
you know like Quinta Brunson made Abbott Elementary and before that there probably weren't as many eyes on her and she could take more creative big swings without worrying about what people would say. And True. Now if she wanted to make a new show, there's gonna be a lot more people ready to criticize it, Yeah. So it's like being in that before phase of attention could be nice.
Yeah, I guess I'm always sometimes I feel like the most serious comedian ever because I'm I take everything so seriously and so literally.
I don't think you take things seriously.
Really? I genuinely feel like my perception of myself and the world's perception of myself.
I think you do not. I mean, what do you mean by that?
I don't know. Sometimes I just think I'm very I don't know, serious, which I know maybe is hard to believe, but yeah, I don't know.
You're serious in terms of your relationship to comedy?
I guess I don't know what I mean. But yeah,
or you think you're introspective about it?
Or rigid or I don't know, I just wish I was more
I think rigid is the last word people would use to describe you.
I don't know, that's really how I feel where I'm oh girl, just relax and just have fun and just let loose and it's fine. But then I'm
well, do you mean do you think you feel rigid because of wanting to control the audience's perception of your performance? You want the audience to be she did a good job, which is why you're rigid? Or because when you perform, Maybe. I don't think it's rigid. When you perform, I really think it's very much the opposite of it's so free and loose that it feels very authentic and natural. Not oh, she's trying so hard that it's not it's not reading. Does that make sense? I guess I want to know more what you mean by.
I guess I don't even know what I mean, but that's just
maybe it's more your internal relationship to it, your internal relationship to comedy and.
Yeah, those are the only words I can say. Maybe I need to journal about it and think on it.
Are you hard on yourself about it?
Maybe that's it. I don't know, but that is a seed of a thought that maybe I need to explore.
Yeah, I feel that could be interesting. I also think I'll say the book again will help with that. I really think it's
I'm freaking reading that book.
It's kind of a cure-all. Sorry.
What is it called?
The War of Art.
The War of Art.
And it's an easy read. It's short. It's
oh, really? Yeah. Okay, wait, see. Okay. Maybe
it doesn't sound like it would be a short book, but it doesn't. It is a short book.
Sounds like The Art of War, which is a long book, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, see. Okay. Well, Slay, Julia, thank you for being on the Podskis.
Of course.
And do you want to promote any type of thing or just your socials?
My Instagram, Julia_DiCesare, DiCesare. My YouTube's the same. My TikTok is Julia_DiCesare, DiCesare. And yeah, I mean, I don't have any particular projects to plug. I'm kind of, honestly, right now, I'm kind of just making stuff as it pops up into my brain, which is fun.
Which is great.
It's fun. So yeah, check my YouTube to see if I've made anything recently. I hope I have. And if I haven't, no, I'm in a room somewhere feeling bad about it.
Yeah, check in on her.
Check in on me.
Check in on her. Hey, girl, it's been a minute.
Hey, girl, you haven't posted. Are you okay?
Yeah, are you okay? Where's my content?
Where's the content? Yeah.
Okay, sweet. Thank you, Julia.
Of course.
And that's enough.
Goodbye.